guys, it's 848 Phantom. What a weekend. Look at that weather. Hopefully next weekend's the Northwest 200 and we're going to have more of the same place. Nice views out there. A couple of big yachts in there, or cruise liners I should say. But yeah, this is the one thing I hate about motorbikes. Motorways and dual carriageways. So bloody boring. It's just, I may as well be on a train or take the car. And then one thing I noticed, I don't do it as much when you're on a bike, but I do it in a car, is lane hogging. Look at this guy. Yes, you can move over. Will he? No, he won't. You know where the Northern Ireland moves over to let anybody by? It's just one of the facts you grow up with. Even when the police are behind them flashing the lights, majority of the time they just don't bother. They're just like, nope, this is my bit of tarmac. I don't know if any of you English or American riders get the same, but over here when you try to filter, a lot of people move out to the white lines and try to block your progression. They see you coming and they stick the nose out. Happens all too much for my liking. Of course, one of the guys I actually worked with was telling them I was filtering through there the other day and someone moved over as I was passing them and I clipped their mirror with my elbow on the way by. Just skimmed and no more. And the guy in work says, oh, if you had done that I would have run you off the road. You shouldn't be doing that anyway. It's like, no, filtering's legal. So we then had a discussion about it because he obviously didn't believe me. I think, is that what the mentality a lot of ones are still? You're not allowed to filter. Like, I know it used to be frowned upon a bit, but even the highway code and all now say about filtering and what speed you shouldn't be doing. I think it says 5 miles an hour or 10 miles an hour faster than the vehicle you're passing, something like that. But you still think the drivers have a bit of common sense and to move over deliberately to the point where you clip their mirror just to try to stop you getting a couple of meters in front of you. There's no need for it. Yeah. That's about as much excitement as you'll get with dual carriageway. Legally, of course. Not popping no wheelies. But yeah, I want to change exhaust on this. I have a Yoshimura on it at the minute, but I want a Leo Vince or I heard Two Brothers have a good snarl out of them. So either of them, something will be a bit more poke. I don't claim the whole loud pipes save lives, but they definitely give you a bit of a grin factor, no doubt about it. Well, for me anyway. Nothing like poofing along your local back road and giving it a bit of snort. Okay, Joe Public, majority of them actually hate us and hate the noise we make, but the thing I like is when you get that overrun, you're coming in the corner and downshift, just holding steady idle and just a couple of wee pops and tackles out before you temper into the corner. The Caddy used to be brilliant for that. So as you rolled off at all, she was banging and popping. So did the Leo Vinci in the 05. This Yoshimura is probably the quietest aftermarket exhaust I've ever had. Needless to say, I didn't buy it. So if anyone wants to make me an offer of swapping a nice Leo Vinci for an 06 plate, be my guest. Then, funny enough, I was looking about repacking, because sometimes repacking exhausts can make them louder. And I've seen an interesting thing about the Yoshimar Carbon. They're saying you're meant to repack them, was it every 5,000 miles, or is it 2 years or something like that, whatever comes first, or else you risk the can melting. Now this was wrote on another website not associated to Yoshimar, so whether there's any truth in the matter I do not know. But has anybody else heard about this? It's first to me. I've had a few carbon cans before and never thought about repacking them to stop them overheating. This section of road would drive you demented. It's an average speed system. I know they have them all over England. I think there's only 2 setups over here of the average speed. So basically, for those who don't know what it is, it reads your plate at intermittent points. I think there is a quarter mile or something like that, and then it knows it should take you so long to get from A to B, and if you're faster than that, you're speeding. From that time it takes, it's able to calculate how quick you're going. I'm going to get over here because I want to get some fuel. Yeah, so that's how it works. Now, the thing about it is, it reads the front plate, and as you know, us bikes, we don't have front plates, so we get a bit of a eyeball. But don't in cars, as I found out, there's a section up here, it drops into 50, and I was clocked at 62 mile an hour. So, speed awareness course, watch a few videos of Tiff Nadell talking about braking distances and 2 mile an hour and 3 mile an hour quicker. Yeah, it was highly entertaining. Right, go juice. So that's me filled up with fuel. This is actually the section I was caught doing 62. Usually everybody drives about 55 and you don't get caught, so it must have like a cut-off. Once you go above that, then you're nailed. Now, as I was saying, the Tiff Nadell videos, that if anybody's seen them, the speed awareness course, they get a car to brake at like 30 mile an hour and measure the distance, and then they do like 32 mile an hour, 35 mile an hour, to show that when you're doing 5 mile an hour faster, you're going to be travelling, you're not going to get stopped for that point you were before, but you're going to hit that object doing 11 mile an hour, namely a pedestrian. Then they're done 70 mile an hour braking, then went 75, then 80, 90, and so on, to show how quick you were going past the original point where you would have got stopped. So, good, yes, every bit of speed makes a big difference to your braking. I'm not arguing that. The only thing I will say about the videos that they need to look at, first of all, they weren't going by the car speedo, so they're going by a radar gun, so they know the exact speed they're doing. So they're saying, right, you're doing exactly 50 mile an hour. So this is what I'm on about these speed cameras. People are doing 55, 56 here all the time, never getting tickets. Reason is, your car speedo and your motorbike speedo is not accurate. Like, I know for a fact my speedo overrates because I've geared it up. So this car in front is probably doing about 40, 43, 44 mile an hour, and I'm reading 53. When I check mine with GPS, I'm about 7 mile an hour overrating with my gearing. So a car deliberately overreads as well anyway. So if you're caught doing, as I was caught doing 62, my speedo would have been reading a lot more than 62. Even a standard car speedo is going to overread. So whenever they done this section on stopping distances and that, they were going with a speed camera. So whenever the guy was tuttering along 30 mile an hour, according to the camera, his speedo was probably reading about 34, you know, if not a bit more. So I would like to see them doing the tests and do it according to the actual speedo of the car, because when you're doing 70 on a motorway, a true 70 on a radar gun, your speedo is probably going to be sitting about 75, 76 mile an hour. You know, if you're doing 80 on a motorbike, a true 80, you're probably sitting near 90 on your speedo. So I like a bit sort of more sort of real world speeds based on the speedo of the car, not a speed camera. It's a nice bike, an R1. Yeah, so I've done my lessons on that, and then they done it was quite comical. They done a section on speed limits. So basically it's multiple choice. You have a wee push button thing and you vote on what speed you think you can do here and what speed you can do there. Somebody is like, a road with no markings, what speed can you go? It had loads of lampposts, so no markings, loads of lampposts, obviously built up areas with 30 mile an hour. Somebody stuck 50 mile an hour. And then it showed you a dual carriageway, which was marked with national speed limit, and said, what's the speed limit? Somebody put 50 mile an hour. I honestly think there is people out there that go out and they get the 50 mile an hour and they go, that's as fast as I'm going, and everybody's going this speed. And they just go, in a 30 they're doing 50, in a 60 they're doing 50, and in a 70 dual carriageway they're doing 50. And one of them actually argued with the instructor that the speed limit wasn't 70 on a dual carriageway if it's marked with national speed limit. I can understand why they're at a speed awareness course. Of course I had the red face because I was the only one caught with an average speed camera. Like other ones were caught by vans hidden in behind hedges and on pillars and lampposts, behind lampposts and whatnot. In lampposts, fuck's sake. Aye. And I was caught by these bloody big yellow things overhead. Just, like, look at them. It's not like you can miss that. You know, no excuse. Hands down, I was caught. Second time caught speeding. Last time was when I was about 17. It was 56 and a 30 on L plates. Oops. In my defence, it was a wee Stroker 125 and I had no mirrors, so I couldn't see him coming. Not that that's a defence. Oh, it's so hot today. So anyway, yeah. Here I get home, gonna get the barbecue out, maybe a glass of rum, and put the bike away. And then I've got the oil change done, coolant change. I need to get spark plugs. 80 quid for plugs. Bloody expensive, like. And GK iridiums. But we run to the Honda has to get their stuff. That's one thing. Every year my bike gets a service the start of every year. Well, start of me using it. No matter how many miles is done on it. So I'm going to push off now because I'm not going to show you guys where I live. And I'll see you all next time. Look after yourself.